Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews. If you have a short bed truck, you know it's not easy to hook up to a gooseneck. Pop-Up came out with these extensions from 9 inches to 16 inches to keep you from breaking out your back window when you're pulling a gooseneck trailer. And everybody uses a short bed. That's the most proper truck there is a crew cab short bed. So protect that window. Yeah, MrTruck.com. Today we're reviewing this new GMC Yukon 2020 AT4. We're going to, of course, pull the trailer with it. I'm going to put my Jeep on the trailer, but I also got a new hitch to show you, and that we're going to be reviewing it at the same time. But it is so cool. It's a Rhino hitch. You've probably seen it. It's a beautiful hitch. Looks like a piece of art. If I had room on my desk, I'd put it on my desk and just look at it every day. But it's so cool. I got it like 5 years ago. I was going to try one out then, but they didn't have weight distributing hooked to it. And I think they're working on that now, but things have changed. There used to be almost all these vehicles in a half-ton class, SUV or truck, were only rated to 5,000 pounds before you had to put weight distributing on it. And so I was waiting for them to come out with that, but now the trucks have changed. These size of SUV, which is basically a 1500, or half-ton trucks now, a lot of them are rated up to 7,000 and 8,000 pounds. So you go up to that point without weight distributing hitch. And I think some point Rhino will come out with something for that. But then, now they've got these big hitches. A 3-inch shank for those big F350s and 450s, and a 2.5-inch shank. So those are rated, you know, this one's rated, this half-ton's rated up to 12,000 pounds. You go up to, you know, 13, 14 on the 2.5, and you go up to 16 on the 3-inch. So that class of truck, most of those don't require weight distributing hitches. So those I think will be fine. Now I still like weight distributing hitches in high winds with box trailers and RV trailers, but for a lot of the trucks you're not going to have it. So anyway, so I thought it was time to review this because I think it's going to work for a lot more people now. And it's a beautiful piece of machinery. It's anodized aluminum, which means it kind of resists corrosion. We know aluminum's good, but this is even better. Look at that. It's a beautiful hitch. We're going to hook up to a trailer here in a little bit, but let me kind of show you how this works. This puppy here, it comes with a convertible kit. I've used convertibles off and on for years, and that's what they look like. This happens to have a 2-inch and a 2 5/16. I don't think they even make a 1 7/8 anymore. But convertibles, they have this pin that you push out, and that's what holds it in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. I've got those, and I think they've got 2 different types. One is zinc, which is, you know what zinc is. That's or the other one's stainless steel. So I'm not exactly sure if I can find a place to read that on here, which one these is. They look like stainless steel. The zinc, you know, is galvanized, V5 rated. So it's got a little pin you push out, and that's what holds it on this. And this here is a cover. So that keeps it from getting dirty and corroded and all that. That's cool, that comes with it. And then I decide which ball to use. So here we're going to use a 2 5/16. So without any tools, this thing over here is called the Pin Whiz. But that's a hair clip, and it's got a rubber thing on it, so it's easy to pull these out. But anyway, because it has the pin, I can use that. You can see that ball, my fingers. You take this hair clip and you push in on the indention, and that pulls the pin out of the middle of the ball. That's what holds it in, is that pin. So now I just put it on this little peg here, and I do the same thing. There we go, that sounds more solid. There we go, because I wonder why I was spinning. So I got that through pin. This is a convertible. I've used these before. They're pretty cool. Now why I have this Pin Whiz out, I'll show you how this works. You pull this pin, I think this has like 6 of those. It does, 6 holes. You pull the pin out. Looks like it's a stainless steel. And now look at that. I guess I should put a hitch pin in. That's your movement.
besides just looking cool, what that movement will do is allow you to adjust the height of this hitch while you hook to the trailer. Now that's something nobody else does. That is so cool because, you know, the hitch height will change from loaded to empty trailer and all those other things. This way you can adjust it before you hook it up, or you can adjust it after you hook it up. So you can make sure your trailer is level. Once a trailer is level, then all your brakes are working, all your bearings are helping carry the load. If you have them unbalanced or lifting too high, then you don't have enough weight on the front axle, and your brakes can actually lock up and be wearing out the back bearings and wearing out the back tire on a tandem axle. But this is so cool. So we're going to hook this up, and I'll show you how you do this once it's hooked up. Now me, all these years, 40 years of doing this, I can eyeball a trailer and kind of figure out where it's going to go empty or loaded. But I do all these different trucks. This Yukon AT4 has air suspension, so it'll automatically adjust. So I got to figure out where that's going to be. So there's a lot of fine tuning to get your trailer running level. So that's what we're going to do next. So cool.
Don't go away, Mr. Chuck.TV. We'll be right back.
So now you can see there's quite a distance, and that helps you with tailgates and stuff to not hit your jack. But that means you're also going to have a little longer safety chains, because these safety chains are going to be too tight. And that's okay, because I've got extensions I can use. I still want to cross them. So I'll put the extensions on, I'll show you that. But you can see here, so you got that much distance, and I'm right above the ball. Now, I think I'm going to have to raise it. This has four-corner suspension, air suspension. And so I think it'll level out after I hook it up, but I can see I'm quite a ways away, and I have not used this hitch yet. So now this is the Rhino hitch. I showed it to you before, or I'm just finishing up on this review. It's all anodized aluminum. It's just awesome, beautiful hitch. But what's really cool about it is how adjustable it is with a trailer on. I don't know of any other hitch that you can adjust when you're already hooked up. That makes it so cool. Let's see. Let me take the hairpin, and it says like Hitch Whiz or something. It's called Pin Whiz. I took the Pin Whiz out, and now let's see if I got pressure on it. Okay, I just got, you can see the pin on that one side. I'm sliding that pin out, and now with the trailer attached, I should be able to move it up and down. Look at that. Watch that thing move. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing? I can adjust that up and down till I get the height I want. Then I'll put the pin back in. Look at that. Look at that. I got it just perfect. I slide the pin in. You see the pin on the other side? That is so cool. That's all there is to it. This is wonderful. No other hitch does this. This is the Rhino hitch. Fairly level. I like where it's at. I may go up a little more. We'll load the Jeep and do some other adjustments, but I think we're okay. Yeah. I think we're okay, but that's the whole idea. You want it all working together. If the trailer axles are level, if your trailer's level, and this is a torsion axle. So it's a little trickier too, like we have leaf springs, equalizer in the middle, regular leaf spring, slipper springs, or even with the shackle springs. Those will equalize themselves and they'll transfer weight back and forth, but on torsion axle they're independent. So you really want a torsion axle level. And torsion axles are great on horse trailers, they're great on this kind of trailer because it's low to the ground. But I've got to be really careful when I load these. I went to 14-ply tires and all that. So I think we're okay. I'm going to load the Jeep on here, we'll try it again. But it's looking level. I'll lift the jack the rest of the way up and be ready to load. But that's quick and easy, and that way, even after I'm loaded and all that, using the jack, I can actually change the height of the Rhino hitch, which is what's really cool, because sometimes you know how it is. You have to unpin the hitch, lift it up a few times, try it again, try it again, try it again. This way you can do it all from one stop using your jack. So that's one of the most unique things about the Rhino hitch. Okay.